In a previous video, I embarrassingly shared my horrible spending habits and I revealed my 7 dumbest financial decisions that I made in my early 20s. But today, I want to share with you my 7 smartest financial decisions that I made. These choices, whether simple or not, have made a huge impact on my life. But make sure you stick to the end because I have saved the best one for last. For those of you who are new, hello, I'm Yessie. On this channel, we talk about ways to simplify your life so that you can live life more fully with less. If this topic is of interest to you, make sure to subscribe for more positive videos like these. So right off the bat, the first one is goal setting. When I was in early college, I was in a very difficult period of my life. And in an attempt to find healing and sort of to find myself, I asked myself questions that I had never really asked before. Like, what do I want from life? What do I want from myself? And what legacy do I want to leave behind when I die? And it was asking these sort of questions that led me to develop a major goal that I wanted to have a paid-for house by the time I was 27. So eventually, when I met my husband and we started dating, I presented this idea to him and it became our goal. We actually did achieve this goal, but it was not because I set this big goal and then all of a sudden it magically happened. Rather, what it meant is that we were able to break this big goal into smaller chunks. But the big goal was important because it gave us a direction or a vision of where we should head in. This way we could work backwards and develop yearly goals, monthly goals, and even weekly goals. And this became so important because at the time, both of us had debt. I believe that setting goals is immensely important because this way you're not just aimlessly doing things. You have a direction, you're sort of carving a path for yourself this way. And it doesn't always go the way that you plan, and there will be detours along the way, but the overall direction does not change. So really quick, for those of you who may not be natural goal setters or goal setting just might not come naturally to you, I want to share with you an acronym that may be helpful when it comes to setting goals, and that is SMART. This stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. When it comes to the way in which you set goals, the how you do them is actually very important. If you would like to learn more about how to actually set goals, check out my 2 videos that I have linked in the description below. Numbers 2 and 3 are school related, and that is that I went to a community college for as long as possible and I paid off my school loans as quickly as I could. I don't think that everyone needs to go to college. My dad went as far as 5th grade. That's elementary school. He has rental properties and he loves what he does. But I needed to go to college in order to become a registered nurse. And while I graduated at the top 10 of my class and I could have gone to those prestigious colleges that my classmates bragged about, I just wanted to get my degree and graduate as quickly and as cheaply as possible so that I could start working. I took college classes in high school so that I could graduate early. I took summer classes in college. I worked through college as long as I could, and I commuted rather than living at the college. It took sacrifice. I drove an hour and 10 minutes each way. But I made it work by audio recording the lectures and listening to them while I drove. And between all of these things, I was able to graduate from college with minimal debt, and I was able to pay it off quickly. And I also graduated college much sooner than most of my classmates who graduated high school at the same time that I did. Truly, I don't think that for my degree, the hospitals that I was applying for were hiring me because of where I went to school. They were hiring me because of me. So I consider this a very smart move. And number 4 is that I invested in myself. I specifically took advantage of employment education. I was an ICU nurse for a few years, and for the first couple of years, I really just focused on soaking up information. But after that, I became a preceptor, training new nurses. I became certified in certain devices and procedures, and I got my certification in ICU as well. And even though I'm no longer an ICU nurse, I think that this was a wonderful choice, because if your employer provides you with free means of getting training, credentials, certifications, etc., it adds value to you as an employee. It makes you more hireable and it gives you better opportunities, whether you want to advance, or in my case, if I were to want my job back for any reason, it would be much easier to obtain it because of all the certifications that I have. And not to mention that it gave me little bonuses and raises along the way. So take advantage of any free employment education that you have available. It can not only add value to your resume, but maybe your paycheck as well. Before we continue to the next one, let me know in the comments, what is the smartest financial decision you have made thus far? Share with us in the comments so that we can all learn from each other. Number 5 is that I focused on improving communication skills and self-development. I've touched on some of my mental health issues that I had in the past in previous videos, but there came a point in my life where I was done being a victim. I wanted change. And I knew that it started with changing this, my mindset. And because I wasn't surrounded by the most positive people at that time, I looked for that positivity in books. I have found immense value from improving my communication skills through books like Crucial Conversations. It has made me a better leader and has helped me tremendously in my job and personal life. Books such as Captivate and Cues by Vanessa Van Edwards have also helped me improve my confidence and body language. And of countless other books, from spirituality to finance to self-compassion. Books and audiobooks have tremendously helped me shape a more positive mindset and have slowly transformed my thinking over time. If reading is currently not a habit that you enjoy, check out my video on how to start a reading habit that I'll link in the description below. Reading, no doubt, can change your life. Number 6 is the FIRE movement. I am no longer using the FIRE movement as a part of my daily life, and I share all about that in a previous video, which I can link in the description. But in the beginning, it was just the boost that I needed to quit my horrible shopping habits. When I graduated from nursing school, I had major lifestyle creep, and I accumulated other debt besides the school loans. And the FIRE movement really motivated me to get my act together, sell my crap, and get out of debt. It fueled that fire that we needed to work like beasts to build our first home as our general contractors while both working a full-time job. It was just that slap in the face and wake-up call that we needed to let us know that our financial future was in our control, and that we could in fact be financially independent someday if we were willing to put forth the effort and sacrifice to get there. So while we did not continue with this fast-paced hustle culture, these few years certainly provided major change for our lives. And lastly, the best financial decision that I have made thus far is one that I am still making, one that is ever evolving as I am ever changing: minimalism. It is not something that defines me, but rather a tool that allows me to live life more slowly. Through minimalism, I am able to free myself from the excess, whether that be a chaotic schedule, a cluttered home, or a cluttered mind. Minimalism focuses on simplicity and having more of what we love and what excites us, and less of those things that add burden. As I near my 30s and I watch my children grow, I am reminded that my time is truly all that I have in this world, and it is passing before my eyes. I no longer want to waste this precious time working overtime every week to accumulate more stuff, more clutter, more waste, more stress to manage it all. I now choose to be free from the constant desire to buy more stuff and focus on slow, intentional living, to find beauty in simplicity. So that is it for this video. These are my 7 smartest financial decisions that I have made or am still making in my 20s. If you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you won't miss when I post a new video. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.